or is all right? Mr. Gold? I can't.
Mr. Chairman, yes. We already looked at this petition once, and I was a little bit concerned. I just want to say again that regulations are like laws, and they're very serious, and we need to be very careful before we pass laws that are very restrictive. From what I've read, there are definitely positive impacts from larger, more exotic-looking signs for most businesses. So I think we need to be really careful in putting a blank disapproval on all the LEDs, flashing, all that stuff. It's too much. I think it's our job as citizens to try to keep from having a garish sign environment and an unsafe sign environment. But I think that we need some regulations that are specific to certain areas. As we said in our packet here, one size fits all does not work well for sign regulations. And I think we need to listen to the citizen comments we've heard tonight. I don't think Gainesville is overwhelmingly bad with signs, and I'm not really worried about becoming so. And I would like to add that if you look at some cities, like I was watching Times Square on TV the other day with millions of people milling around, that doesn't seem to bother them. And I think the city of Gainesville would just salivate at the possibility of having some of Las Vegas's tax revenues. So whether signs are bad for business or life quality, it's a very debatable subject, and we really need to look at this very carefully. I'm definitely opposed banning LEDs, and I definitely am not happy that currently you can't have any kinds of moving signs, no blinking, flashing, or changing. I like the message boards on the University of Florida campus. And as I said once before, people driving their cars on the phone, practically watching the TV. So having a little sign on the side just doesn't seem like that big a distraction to me. Thank you.
On the motion, Mr. Chair?
I guess you probably are more, he's more familiar probably with Robert's Rules of Order or not.
He's totally, we're not having citizen comment now.
It's out of order.
He is totally, is it
It's out of order right now.
Sorry, Mr. Golds.
You're about to vote. Can I speak to the motion?
You've had
Mr. Gold, can I remember?
Mr. Gold doesn't want me to speak to the motion?
No, Mr. Gold, I would
I'm
make the
sorry.
decision. That's fine. With all due respect to the whole public comment, did something that occurred to you that's critical at this point?
Well, I had a question on the motion.
I don't know enough about Robert Rules of Order, but I will, in the ideas of transparency, state your name for the record and do it quickly.
My name is Mark Goldstein. I have a question on the motion.
Please
if I may be
do.
permitted
Absolutely.
To
Yes.
speak. If the motion passes, can I, as a member of the business community during the intervening period,
Yes.
put up a sign of the kind that you're seeking to regulate,
You-
without the regulation that may occur later on?
I would imagine the answer is yes.
If-
Please direct
Yes,
the
all
question to Mr.
signs,
Mims.
everything
Yes.
defined to be a sign requires a sign permit.
So with the sign permit,
There is no
nothing about
moratorium being
the
imposed.
Right. We are
nothing
not
about-
imposing a
Sign-
moratorium.
the
Code
things that you
holds.
are suggesting. My only
It's
other
all
comment is,
speculative right now.
having left the room for a moment, I was kind of surprised. I thought the chairman's motion would, if somebody had suggested, had made it, would pass. My sense of the vote was that it would have been supported, and it's unfortunate that nobody made that motion. Thank you for your
Thank
response.
you.
I'm sorry
Sure.
Mr. Gold didn't want me to speak.
That's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, there are a few things I'd like to say. I like this petition because it's a major development on what I call this side of the university. So much of our development is going southwest. So this is on the side where I want to keep development, and even though it's not moving towards downtown, it's still in the north side of the campus. So that's positive. But I'm concerned about the 8 stories. I'm much more comfortable with a 6-story building. This is going to dwarf all the other buildings in the neighborhood. I don't want it to set off a surge of 8-story buildings on University Avenue. So, and it sounds like they originally presented a 6-story proposal. So That's what I could support. I don't have any problem with rich people staying there or it being like kind of a skybox. That's fine. I think it's important to understand it's not going to contribute much to density, which is what is part of our comprehensive plan, and this isn't going to give us much of that. But it's just too tall. So, yeah, I'd like to knock it down to 6, and then I could support it.
I don't mind the building design. I actually like it. I do believe that it's kind of out of character for the area, but with the new stadium renovations, I can see the theme. I would definitely support a 6-story building, and I'm wondering why we spend so much time asking T-Mobile to justify their increase, and we really are just now getting around to being like, yeah, maybe we should think about why you need 2 extra stories. So maybe someone from the development team, if whenever Mr. Chair says it's okay, would like to help us understand that, other than profit.
Just wait.
That's it.
Okay, thank you. I mean, I